Hi, welcome. Kringle Kim here, and it's good to see everyone tonight. We had our daily storm here early this afternoon at about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Not so much wind, but we got probably about a half-inch of rain, which was nice, but it came in a fury. And I had an exciting day. My granddaughter started kindergarten. There she is. Very proud of her. And I'm also proud of some of my downline TVCians. We have been working together on doing broadcasts, and I'm very proud of Wendy. She did her first broadcast today, and she did a great job, probably better than me. So I am very proud of her, and I am looking forward to doing more broadcasts and with her, interactive with her, and everything else. So I'm very proud. She's been taking baby steps, and she's teaching me how to do them now. So this evening I'm going to talk about Kringle, and of course I like to start with our mission statement, which is Kringle is a private digital currency embraced by the billion coin community. Per our private agreement, Kringle has a significant value today and will only increase in value with each new member that joins us. Kringle is completely detached from the public coin market and the currently established scarcity-based monetary system forced upon us by the elite ruling class with the purpose of enslavement and control. Kringle is based on abundance, not on artificial scarcity. Those who choose to join the TVC community understand the TVC vision and mission of reaching 1 billion members and ending poverty globally. They also understand that in order to achieve our objectives, our members must be proactive in learning from our educational blog and sharing Kringle via our cash flow system. Together, we can achieve abundance for all. And last night I asked how many of you had shared Kringle that day. And I want you to let you know that I shared it with 5 people today. So hopefully I will see them popping up as members, and I will follow through with them tomorrow. It gets to be an exciting full-time entrepreneurial, I don't want to say job, because job means just over broke, but a fun entrepreneurial adventure. And it's so great to see everybody pleased about receiving the gift and pleased about wanting to share it with others. So I hope every one of you shared it with at least one person today, hopefully more. We want to get our membership up to 1 billion members. And that's on each one of us to share this wonderful gift. So I had a couple things tonight. And the first one was the new blog from yesterday, August 16th, 2018. I did not see it yesterday, so it must have come out late last night. But it talks about 3-way communication, building trust while groups can destroy confidence. So before I get started with the current topic of this blog post, I want to briefly clarify our TVC offer at this time. We are building a new financial system that is private for members only. From the ground up and within our abundance-based concept, all of our members will become wealthy as either millionaires or billionaires. Our offer is simply this. For $110, any new member will ultimately become a millionaire or a billionaire. And their TVC Kringle coins will become fully liquid and 100% spendable once we have matured into a fully developed TVC Kringle economy that is global. Where else can you turn $110 into millionaire or billionaire status over the next 1 to 2 years? So now I want to address the subject of how powerful three-way communication is, having made that important clarification. Also, I will explain the dangers of building groups. TVC prospects and new members face a mind-blowing paradigm shift when they examine our TVC offer. First, we present a gift of over $2,000 in our somewhat new digital money. That by itself is mind-blowing, and to test its validity, new members want to immediately spend it before they have taken the needed time to understand money and the new financial system we are rolling out over the next couple of years. Redeemable cookies as the initial gift stops them from following through on the desire to immediately spend their gift, and allows our community the opportunity to take one step at a time. Take the time needed to fully explain this, our fantastic offer to new members. So I'm going to be talking about this three-way. I don't know how clear it is. I'm trying to get my camera app to work. But the third party calling and edification, the number one person is you. And then you're going to call your prospects who trust you via friendship. And then you're going to have an expert come in and edify you and TVC Kringle. So I'm going to put this down for now, and I will bring it up later. So many, we are dropping the ball at this critical junction. Many of those actively recruiting within the TVC community haven't fully grasped what our TVC offer is, and in many cases have superimposed a distorted version of the TVC offer based on what they think or understand it to be onto their prospects and new recruits, and the result can be discouraging for both the prospect recruit and their sponsor. This three-way communication is by far the best way to straighten out this situation. And I know people get in this and they're all very excited, and it's important for everybody to go to their, either new, old, whoever, to go to the Kringle.cashback office every day and log in and go to the education tab and read the blog for the day and read some of the old blogs too. It really gives a lot of information, and things have changed over the last couple of years. Some of the information in the older blogs has been updated by newer blogs, but it's best just to pass on information that you have learned pretty much from the blog, as that's coming straight from the administration. And this is where the three-way edification comes into, because a new person, they're all excited, they have their hopes and dreams, and maybe sometimes they're passing on their hopes and dreams to their new recruit. And then a third party, an expert comes in, maybe knows a little bit more, has been reading that blog every day, and can give more accurate information. So three-way communication is by far the best way to straighten out this situation. We want all of our new members to be excited and not left with a feeling of discouragement. They need to know that this is going to be a 1 to 2 year process. An excited member is a member ready to learn and do our system that leads to success. Three-way communication is a time-tested and proven strategy which leads to positive results in income. That has been used in a variety of business opportunities worldwide. Let's go over the three parties in the diagram in this poster. Can you see that all good? I'm sorry. I'm dealing with a screen problem here. Let's see. Let's go over these three parties. It starts with you. Let's say you have not made much money yet in TVC. Now let's look at the TV expert in the diagram. For best results, the TV expert should have a firm grasp on what our real TVC offer is all about and possess an in-depth knowledge in that regard. But knowledge about TVC is not the most critical thing to have as a TVC expert. Cash flow is the most important thing. The experience gained in achieving regular cash flow is what really sets a TVC expert apart from those that just think they are TVC experts. Make sure you have teamed up with a fully qualified TVC expert before you start three-way communications with your prospects and new recruits. A great place to find a TVC expert is among our active broadcasters. Interview a few of them and select one of them to be your partner, your personal TVC expert. Some of them even offer cash flow coaching services. Your prospects will already have a certain degree of trust with you. They are your connection. Many of your prospects will gladly accept our wonderful gift of cookies from you. Make your best effort to get them signed up and get the gift into their hands. Following our updated scripts can lead to great success in gift giving. So this is what I talked about last night. We went over the cash flow system, and I went over the updated prospecting scripts for the text. So if you want to look at my blog, my broadcast from last night has the cash flow system, and then it has the updated scripts for texting, Facebook, friends and family, and how to do each one of them. So it's easy as going to the blog and maybe printing them out or copying them over, whatever you want to do, and just using those scripts. Like I said, keep it super simple. Remember this word, KISS. Keep it super simple. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's already been invented for everybody's edification. And the admin has gone to a lot of trouble, not trouble, but has gone to a lot of work to put out these scripts for us. And that's makes it easy for all of us. So if you are a sponsor, make sure you read those scripts. And then when you recruit somebody, make sure you send them to those blogs where they can read those scripts. Following our updated scripts can lead to great success in gift giving. So do that. And the blog is from June 26, 2018, and it's called Updated Prospecting Scripts. As soon as it is possible, introduce your new recruit to your TVC expert and edify your TVC expert, meaning that you would say that you trust and believe in your TVC expert because they are successful and a helpful member of TVC in a three-way communication. So you can do that on the telephone, or you can do that even on probably a broadcast, or Facebook. Any way where you can do three-way communication. It can be a three-way calling on your phone, or it can be the three of you on a private video meeting, or whatever. Today we have so many choices available to us. We even have on the iPhone, we have FaceTime. I think on the Androids, I don't know what it's called on the Androids, but we can do all those three-way. As we communicate globally when it comes to mediums of communication, another way I know is Skype. Match up the best times of day to have these three ways. And I know I have a couple people in other parts of the world, and so there's like a 9 or 10 hour time difference. So it can be very exciting. Naturally, these three ways can fill up a TVC expert schedule, so don't expect more than 5 minutes in this three-way when you do them. The TV expert will ask a new recruit a question or two to get them talking about themselves. And of course, that's the best way to get to know somebody anyway. Start asking people about themselves. People love to be asked, not just their name, but, are they married? Do they have kids? What are their favorite hobbies? What do they do? Do they work? What do they do? What are their passions? And that creates quite a rapport. Briefly explain our TVC offer as I did above, and then Then the TVC expert should edify you to your new recruit by saying they believe in you and expect you to become very successful in TVC, and that we all follow a proven system that works. And this is where the win comes in. You know, you've got to be willing to share and willing to get out of your comfort zone and use these tools that are offered here for you. The TVC expert will then ask the new recruit if they will commit to following our proven system by following your lead. If your new recruit had not yet found that they respect you, by the time your TVC expert has edified you in front of them, they will have gained a greater respect for you. Some call this the edification game, but it is not a game. This is serious business we are doing here, and we want your new recruit to respect you enough to follow you in our TVC system. Now that's how a three-way works the proper way. Multiply three ways with the same recruit is okay, and encourage to make sure that the new recruit is a solid member of our TVC community. You'll find as you do these three ways over and over again that you will pick up on the buzzwords that work and light people up into action. And you will need to do less and less three ways with your TVC expert once you get the hang of it on your own and you have a steady cash flow coming in. And it is the proof that you know what you are doing. I've made huge incomes doing three ways in other ventures. And I know here you're setting an example, say you are the expert and you're edifying your downline. And then at the same time, we learn by teaching. And as you're doing it more and more, the downline gets more comfortable with it. And as we all know, we have a cash flow system that works. We're keeping it super simple. We're leading by example. And now your downline is going to have a downline, like your grandkids, I guess. And then if you've done this over and over again with them and properly, then they will be passing that knowledge along to the next TVC generation. So, and the thing about it is, when you edify somebody else, it just, sometimes, especially with our family and friends, they know us too well. But, and maybe even people that you don't know so well, this is really, really important, because it's just another person saying that, hey, you're great at what you do, and you can trust this person. And the thing is, if you're going to ask a TVC expert to edify you, then you better live up to their edification, okay? Now let's talk about the danger of setting up a group of any kind. One or two things are likely to happen in any group you set up. Either trolls or misguided members will poison your team in it and create a bunch of time wasting drama and grief. Or due to a lack of activity in the group, your team will start to conclude that nothing is really happening in TVC and lose interest in pursuing it. Both are terrible outcomes. I have a dedicated number of posts within this blog to address the harm trolls can bring into our community through Facebook, and I suggest you look those up. But WhatsApp and Telegram, as well as Messenger chat groups, can be just as bad. It is almost impossible to train enough watchdogs to protect an active group around the clock. Any social media admin of a group is bound to have these kinds of troubles. So consider this a fair warning. The worst thing that happens when the admin themselves are a TVC troll. Well, they better watch out. Fury builds up and karma will have her way, or his way. Train your team to avoid most of these groups altogether, and you will enjoy some peace of mind. Gathering people in person in meetings can also be dangerous if you don't know how to manage it properly. I've seen more than one leader fall from grace when they fail to put this in the safeguards needed for meetings. And, you know, they get that mob, and like one person gets up and says something negative, and all of a sudden it's like a mob mentality in the place. But anyway, I think if you're having a group of people that you have edified, you know, or you're downline and you're close, that might be okay. But I know there are a lot of Facebook groups, and it gets to the point even where you don't have time to look at all the groups or be involved in all the groups. So I think really, like admin is saying, the best thing is just to follow the blog, you know, be in the broadcasts or be a broadcaster, and even be an interactive broadcast. And we're all kind of vetted at that point. So lead by example and be the highest cash flow earner. That's right. Set your example. And I know my kids, they said, Mom, you never really yelled at us, but you had really high expectations for us. So, and I guess that's a compliment in a way. So remember this three-way communication. There's you, your prospects or recruits. Well, actually, they're still prospects at this point because you're going to edify, the expert's going to edify you in the process of getting them comfortable accepting the gift. And then, of course, you have your expert. And edification is successful, knowledgeable, helpful, and fun. Your friendship with your prospect is the trust that they have in you. And also the trust via edification between the expert and the prospect. And I know, especially with family or friends, sometimes it's helpful to have a third party there, just because, like we say, it gives someone else to say, hey, they know what they're doing. And this is a valid opportunity. So then I went to an old blog post from April 25th, 2016. And it kind of goes back. It's actually a video you can watch, but I am just going to talk about it. It talks about human farming is evil, and this specifically identifies the evil perpetrated against the American people. Yet this evil is worldwide, and every country is guilty of human farming. Now, don't confuse human farming with human trafficking, which is also evil. Human farming is what governments do in the name of the law. The people of this earth have been enslaved, and the farmers have cleverly convinced their livestock, that's you and me, that we are free. I think sometimes the word is the sheep. Wake up, people. Human farming is not freedom. Human farming is evil. If you want true freedom, then you, as an individual, must stand up for freedom. DBC goes through its membership agreement, allows you the opportunity to find your own freedom by uniting with others globally that want to fund their freedom too. When 1% of the global population have more wealth than the other 99% of the global people globally combined, as is the case now in 2016, 2018, it allows this evil the strength to do anything it wishes to do without any real resistance. Evil left unchecked always results in death. Are you dumb as cattle? Are you going to be led without any resistance to your own destruction? Has the current system blinded you from seeing the truth? For your sake, I hope not. And I do see a lot of this when I'm sharing, that people are just too scared to get out of the status quo, even though the status quo isn't the best thing for any of us. So there is a better way for humanity to go. As it has been said, know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Seek the truth, and you shall find it. Help your fellow man to also know the truth. Understand that the 99% out there number the 1%, and that is our power. We can peacefully unite without enticing violence. Violence never serves the 99%. It only serves the 1%. And it's interesting that this was written in 2016, and living in the United States the last 2 years since 2016 has been an interesting thing where a lot of people have been reverting to violence to get their way. And actually, they're serving the 1% and not the 99% of us, including them. The ultimate answer to our dilemma is love. We must do a better job of loving one another. Within love, you cannot find doubt, fear, or hate. When humanity gravitates towards love, it will shelter the homeless, it will feed the hungry, it will clothe the naked, and it will free the captive from bondage. Wealth has a purpose. Wealth should be used to lift all of humanity out of the misery it has only known. You do have the right to make an agreement, regardless of what country you are from, where you were born with the right to make agreements. Your journey within the TVC community starts out with an agreement. The membership of TVC will lead you to great wealth. Some of you will become billionaires, and many of you will become millionaires. While the price of TVC goes up effortlessly by design, your ability to sell TVC coins will require an effort from you. Buying TVC coins is the easy part of your personal wealth creation within this special community. You must possess a firm will to stand up for the current price of TVC all along its journey until each TVC coin is worth €1 billion. And this is back in 2016 before it was valued with grains of gold. Collectively, this community can spread wealth virally throughout the entire world until its membership exceeds 1 billion members. At that point, humanity can be freed from the shackles of human farming. Humanity can completely mature into a state of universal prosperity and abundance. This is as it should be. We were not meant to live in bondage. Participation within the TVC community is not forced. It is by invitation only. Yet, through active participation in the TVC community, we'll each learn better how to love one another until there are no more poor and hungry among us. That is our mission. The TVC coins are simply a tool to teach us how to treat each other in a much better way. Disbelief and fear, and I call fear, probably many of you have heard this an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And you can't have fear and faith at the same time. So I choose to have faith. They are the main things that hold us back from a world that is filled with joy and happiness. Practice being strong. Show everyone that comes in contact with you love, and your reward will be a meaningful life. It may not be easy to take this journey, but I promise you it will be worth it. And the thing is, when we're happy with ourselves, we're in a good mood, we're feeling love and joy within ourselves and within our lives, we only want to share that with everybody else. It's when you don't feel good about anything that things go south. So, and I know I do a lot with energy. Love has a very, very high frequency. And like this song goes, love makes the world go round. And service to our fellow man and woman is the best thing we can do, not only to build them up, but to build ourselves up too. And it is by giving that we receive. And I am so happy that I have such a wonderful thing to give and receive. And I hope you will all go out and with a smile on your face and love in your heart. Remember, our mission is to share this so that everyone has the opportunity to enjoy the benefits of this gift. And have a wonderful evening. This is Kringle Kim. Good night. And thank you for listening. Have a great evening. Bye.